Good morning. This video is going to be on Area 6 of the Camp Grayling Expansion proposal. Camp Grayling is the largest National Guard military training facility in the country. They currently occupy about 148,000 acres. This is about 230 square miles of land. Most of this is public state land that they have leased from the DNR. They are requesting that they be permitted to lease an additional 162,000 acres. This is an additional 250 square miles. This would bring their total footprint up to 480 square miles. It's a lot. Too much. Okay, now on Area 6, a little bit of background. I guess I shouldn't move on just quite yet. This proposal is broken into 6 different areas, and each area has different boundaries and different proposed uses. This information is all available on an online map provided by the DNR. It's a little hard to read. In the top right corner of this map, there is a legend, and you can check and uncheck boxes to see different things. I found it really helpful to remove some of the different color layers if it's not something I want to look at specifically, and maybe check it and uncheck it to see what's underneath it. The shading hides things like road names and waterway names, and you can add and remove things to make it easier for you to read. There is also a box with 4 squares in it in the top right corner that gives you different map different map views. And some of those, one of them I found helpful was almost like an aerial view, like a Google Maps version almost of what this area is. There are also 2 eyes in the top right corner. And the second eye is where you will see the description of what their proposed uses are for these lands. Some of them are generic, some of them are more specific. So this video will outline Area 6. So Area 6 is about 49 square miles. This is about 32,000 acres. The eastern boundary is in Oscoda County, about a half a mile west of 489 Red Oak Road. It borders the corner of where Montmorency, Otsego, and Oscoda County meet, and it contains a lot of Crawford County. The western boundary is in Crawford County. This is about a half a mile west of F97 Twin Bridge Road, and in Otsego County, F97 Crapo Lake Road. The northern boundary is in Otsego County at Old State Road, and the southern boundary is in Crawford County, about a mile south of Sawmill Trail. This area covers a large distance. Now, the waterways I have noted on this area of the map are Calkins Lake, Crapo Lake, Gee Lake, Little Crapo Lake, the North Branch of the Asaba River, Pickerel Lake, Round Lake, Shoepack Lake, and West Branch Big Creek, or the West Branch of the Big Creek. It is also within a half a mile of Crapo Creek, East Branch Big Creek, Middle Branch Big Creek, L Lake, Clear Lake, 7th Spectacle Lake, Perch Lake, and West Twin Lake. And this is a lot of water to put at risk. So there are also a lot of ORV and snowmobile trails, hiking and biking trails, and just general 2 tracks through the woods. Now on the DNR map where you have the second eye where you can see the uses or proposed uses, Area 6 states this area would be utilized as a maneuver area for sustainment and operational depth around northern training areas. I read this just to say they want more space. I don't see how else that could be read. It doesn't specify what they would be doing, just that they want more room. The second bullet point is potential site for electronic warfare range and CounterUAS. Now, electronic warfare in the public input sessions was described as things like signal jamming, blocking satellite and cellular signals, radio traffic signals. It can also be interfering with drones, blocking communication signals so that satellites can't see them. When I look it up online, there is a lot more to electronic warfare, and there are a lot of controversial things being tested, but they didn't specify these in the public input sessions. Who knows? Only time would tell what that would evolve into and how it would impact us. CounterUAS, I had to look up what that means because I didn't know. Not a military person. Basically, it is taking down drones, unmanned aircraft, and they want to learn how to remotely or test their capability to remotely take control of a drone and knock them down using electronic warfare. So this would take down any commercial or private, I don't know how else to say it. It would take down any drones that aren't military, as well as any military drones. So I don't know if they'd be using the very large drones that are out there for the military, but I don't know what would be involved with crashing one either. It's something to consider. So the description and proposed use of Area 6 is very broad and generic, but this is what they have listed on the DNR map. I look at these maps and I wonder why they think it's reasonable to take this much more land in our township where I live. Lovell's Township is already occupied by a significant amount of military land. We have 2 bombing ranges. We don't have much public state land left. This proposal includes almost all of the public state land that is not already leased by the military. So I encourage you, please go online, look at these maps, share with anybody you know, anyone who lives here, recreates here, or just in general cares about the environment here should be aware of this. I'm making these videos for increasing awareness, and I'm hoping people will share them. A lot of people aren't even aware that this is an issue, especially those who live downstate or out of state. Some that we call snowbirds. They have a cottage here. They're only here a couple times a year. They might not be aware of this until it's too late. So share as much as you can. If you would like more information on the Camp Grayling proposal, you can go to 230isenough.com. There is a Facebook group called Camp Grayling Expansion that you could join. There is a petition in opposition of this proposal on change.org. And just share. Talk to people. Tell people. Share it on your social media. If you reach 2 or 3 people and they share it, that gives us a broader audience. We need widespread awareness if we're going to stop this. And we're running out of time. So please share. Thank you.